Okay. All right. Well, hello and welcome. I thought it would just go on live. This is my first time going live, so hopefully you can hear me. Hopefully you can see me. But since it's the holidays and I'm taking a little pause from my drill down to level up series, I thought I would talk a little bit more about my crazy skiing journey and why I'm here documenting it on YouTube and just a little bit more about my background and my goals for the upcoming season. We had an ice storm last night and I did hit the slopes for 2 runs today, which was interesting. But I'm happy that I did get out and I tried. I tried. It wasn't great, but I'm just really happy that you're here. I'm happy to those who have discovered me and are following my journey. I really appreciate all the comments and the great stories. And I seem to be resonating with a lot of you who are older, like me, and rediscovering the joys of skiing again. So let's get into it. I want to talk a bit about what my motivations were to start skiing again, why I am really pushing myself. I have talked about in past videos a little bit about my history, but when I say a 30-year break, yes, I did ski here and there, maybe once or twice a year. I did put my kids in lessons, but they really didn't get the ski bug like I did. And honestly, because of turmoil, family turmoil, and divorces, and raising kids, and working and finances, it just wasn't a priority for our family. But it was something in me that I always had on the back burner, thinking in my mind, like, one day I would really like to start skiing again. It was really my oldest daughter who skied the most out of I have 3 children out of the siblings. So but my parents skied, my brother skied, my other family members and my friends skied all through high school. And so it was really something that I enjoyed. And I just was like, maybe one day I will get back into it. So, so did I miss it? Absolutely. You know, I enjoyed the once or twice that I would get out a year. But I just remember that feeling and that passion that I had as a kid. I was not very sports oriented as a kid. I was more the social aspect of doing a sport, but it was a one thing that I felt that I did w- well. Well, I really didn't do well, but I could keep up with the boys and my guy friends, and they did push me. And I did travel out to Colorado for college breaks. My aunt lived in Steamboat, and I enjoyed skiing by myself and hopping on the chairlift and having my Walkman. And I've talked about that before. And I just really enjoyed the peace and the connection with nature and myself. And there was just something that I felt just deep in my soul that um, I knew, especially when I turned 50. I became an empty nester. All my kids were either had flown the nest or gone to college. I was newly divorced, and I was thinking to myself, now what do I do? What do I do? What do I do to make me happy? What is something that I can tap into that will bring me joy as I'm really trying to figure out what to do in the second stage of life? So actually, I was looking at the cost of getting a season's pass and like trying to figure out in all the turmoil of trying to figure out life on my own again, like how I was going to make that work. And then sometimes life just happens and says, oh, you know what? You're thinking about this. Let's put you on the right path. So I was 3 years ago this month, I was at a holiday party of a friend's, and I connected with my now boyfriend that you all hear me talk about him all the time. And we were just chatting and hitting it off. And he said, "You want to go skiing?" And I was like, "Hell yeah, I want to go skiing." So, and that was it. And I remember the first time that we went skiing. And again, I thought it was good. And then I saw him ski. And again, he is a race coach, an amazing skier. And as someone who has always appreciated skiing and know what I feel when I'm on the mountain, to see someone who is so amazing at what they do and worked hard to get to that level, I was like, not only is he an amazing, wonderful man, but I'm like, damn, he is stinking hot. So it definitely put me on a path of, not only did I want to improve, now that the door was open for me to ski more, not only did I want to improve, but I didn't want to just become just a good better skier than what I was after 30 years of not doing it consistently. Like, all right, what can I do? And what is the work that I need to do to really push myself to a level that I can keep up with him? So, but also not only because of that, because I don't think you should do things just to impress somebody else. Um, I just always had that in me, that it was something that I really loved. So the stars aligned, and here I am. Now this is my fourth season of skiing consistently. My second season of documenting this crazy journey on YouTube. So again, life just puts you on a path, and I said, well, I might as well do this. But I'm looking, I did write down some notes here. Um, so what's next? As I said, I'm taking a pause. I'm really enjoying the Drill Down to Level Up series. I mean, it's pretty awesome when you reach out to someone that you admire and watch a lot of their content on YouTube, like Deb Armstrong, and asked her for permission, and saying, this is what I want to do. And she's like, go at it. Keep me posted. But I really wanted to get back to more, old school. I enjoyed using Carve last year. I thought it was a good tool. It was a fun tool. But again, if you go back and watch a lot of my videos from last season, there was a lot of frustration in using that. So I decided to put Carve on the shelf, and decided just, let's get to basics. So, and again, as we are at this age and have a lot of life commitments and things pulling us in every single different directions, I thought it would be interesting to document, first of all, my progression, but also as an adult with responsibilities. Even if I don't feel like I have a lot of responsibilities, I tell everyone I am claiming my semi ski bum life. So I am very, very, very fortunate that I can spend a lot of time on the slopes and dedicating. But I also want to inspire those who don't have the time to get out there as consistently as I'm able to. My hope and dream for 2026 is to ski over, I skied 61 days last year, and hopefully ski more than that. But you never know what's going to happen. But just that, even if you just spend 5 or 10 minutes. And I know it's hard when you're skiing with people at different levels, and you have family and you have friends, but even getting them involved. I know I'm telling one of my good friends that's going to be skiing with me more. I said, you better be prepared to start doing drills with me, because that's how you improve, is putting in the work. So we shall see what happens. But again, I have been enjoying doing this. I wanted to try the live and see how this went. The comments, the stories, some of you have shared such wonderful stories about your ski history, your hopes, your dreams. Um, when you started skiing, what you're hoping to accomplish, and that really means a lot to me. Even the snarky comments, I appreciate, but you can stop with the snarky comments. I haven't been receiving them as much as I did for my first season. So hopefully the algorithm is keeping me away from snarky people. There's too much snarkiness in the world. So this is about connecting with like-minded people who want to improve, who are older, because I really, really believe that we can improve as we age. I ski with a lot of older people in their 60s and their 70s and even their 80s. And I got to tell you, they tucker me out. I want to be that person in my 80s, just, kicking my grandkids' butts and keeping up with them and to live a healthy and long and happy life. And skiing, I hope you can feel it makes me very, very happy. So, what am I working on for the season? What are my goals? I am still gonna be with my drill down to level up series, still working on those falling leaf, the garlands. I just started those, so if you haven't seen my last video, that was my first attempt, and I really didn't attempt very much of it. I'm feeling better. I don't know if you could sense that. Coming soon is whirlybirds, and I have done whirlybirds in the past. My boyfriend got me started on those when I first started coming back, but for some reason, the older I get, and the past couple of times that when I really took pretty bad falls and I got black eyes and it shook me up a little bit. I'm just realizing that, if I fall and break something, it's not going to be pretty. I mean, that's the thing. I want to stay strong, but also I want to be cautious and I want to be smart. But I don't think whirlybirds is going to set me down a path that I'm gonna be doing them like a black diamond. Um, even though it does make me think, and I talked about this in a video last year, that I went skiing at this mountain in the Catskills, Hunter Mountain. I was in 5th grade, and I remember the name of the trail. It was called Hell's Gate, and I was with a friend and his dad, and I fell, and it was the only time, knock on wood, that I was taken down in a sled, and I broke an arm, and, I went backwards, and the only way I could stop myself was falling, and I broke an arm. So I still have that trauma, that trauma, but I know I'm gonna be fine, and it's going to help me. I know all these drills are gonna help me get to the point that I want to be, and it's gonna be and working on stuff until I'm 80. So I know that it's not gonna be quick changes overnight, but slow and steady, consistent work is going to get me where I want to be. So I am going to start my the drills again after the holidays. So I'm thinking next week. And then I'm also starting my 8-week group lessons at my home mountain, which I have been participating in group adult lessons. And I highly, highly recommend any of you out there that want to improve, get yourself into a lesson. It really helps to have somebody's eyes on you. Carve was great. It showed me a lot, but there's something about talking with someone on the chairlift or at lunch who's saying, you're doing this. I mean, I just recently saw my instructor that I have had now. This will be my 3rd year. And I loved it. He said to me, I have been thinking about, because I A-frame, I have been thinking about your A-framing, and I actually was talking with another person about it, and some tips that we can help you with, and blah blah blah. And I said, I love that I have someone who is thinking about me over the summer and how I can improve my skiing. So you can't get that from a digital ski coach. You get that from building a relationship with other people who are into seeing you improve. So I thought that was pretty stinking awesome. And then another thing that just signed up for today, and if anyone's in the Northeast and is interested in joining, I'm going to be doing a 2-day clinic at Sugarbush called the Summit Sessions Camp. So that is going to be working on steeps and trees and technical terrain. And I'm terrified, but so excited because I think working again with a small group and top-notch coaches at a very technical mountain is going to push me. And that's the thing, I need to be pushed because I know that I can do a lot of the things. I can get down any trail. I think it's my mindset and my mind telling me that I can't do it and I need to push past that fear to get me to the next level. So I'm really excited. So that's going to be the end of February. So stay tuned for that. So as I wrap up here, as I've been rambling on, thank you for watching all of this, my first live. I would love to hear from you. So what's motivating you to improve your skiing later in life? Again, you have shared so many wonderful stories and reasons why you're getting back in, but I would love to hear it again if you're new to me and join this brand new community that I am building and drop it in the comments. So that is it. Thanks for being here. Thanks for supporting me, and I will see you on the slopes. Bye.